So today I'm going to be sharing with you two effective reading strategies designed to enhance student learning. This is going to be the Think Aloud and the vocabulary mapping. These approaches are going to focus on improving reading comprehension and vocabulary development. These are crucial skills for academic success. So let's get started with these and see how you can implement them into your teaching. So let's begin with an overview of the strategies that we are covering today. So the Think Aloud strategy is going to be focusing on improving reading comprehension by encouraging the students to engage in the text as they read. Vocabulary mapping is going to help students build and organize their word knowledge through visual aids and structured exploration. So by integrating these strategies, we're going to be able to empower the students to approach their learning with confidence and independence. So the first strategy that we're going to talk about is the Think Aloud. This technique encourages students to monitor their comprehension by verbalizing their thought processes as they read. So for example, they might predict what happens next, clarify some unfamiliar words, or make connections to their prior knowledge. This is going to help students become active readers and improve their ability to understand complex text. So the strategies that we have here, we're going to spend about 5 minutes doing a brief introduction to explain the purpose. Then the next 10 minutes, we're going to do modeling where you as a teacher are going to read a text aloud and demonstrate your thought process. And we're not only going to just do predictions, maybe clarifications, we're also connections or summarizing. Then we're going to do guided practice for about 10-15 minutes. And in this, the students are going to work in pairs to practice the Think Aloud with prompts or sentence stems. And then spend another 10-15 minutes doing independent practice where the students apply their strategy on their own, either by verbalizing or writing out their thoughts. Then we're going to all come back up, wrap up with a debrief for about 5 minutes where we can reflect and discuss how the technique is helping with other reading tasks. So to implement the Think Aloud effectively, you'll need grade level text, either fiction or nonfiction, visual aids like sentence stems or thought prompts to guide the students, and a whiteboard or chart paper to model your thinking. These materials are going to help ensure that the students have the tools that they need to fully engage. The other thing that I like is this these reading prompts like this one, where not only do you have questions to help them with comprehension and allow them to write, but like here we have a word bank that not only is just the words, but it also has visuals to go with it, and those are really good also. So next we're going to look at vocabulary mapping. I've also seen this called bubble maps. When it was first introduced to me, that's what they were called. So this strategy builds on students' word knowledge by visually organizing the word, such as its definition, synonym, using it in a sentence, and then drawing as a picture. Vocabulary maps are powerful tools for helping the students understand and remember new words. So our steps for implementing vocabulary maps. We're going to do an introduction for about 5 minutes, explaining what vocabulary maps are and why they are going to be helpful. Then we're going to model for about 10 minutes where the teacher creates a map, such as within the word ecosystem, We want to include the definition, any synonyms, antonyms that might be there. Give examples and sentences that we can use, and then also a visual. Visuals are really important because students have a tendency to put a picture with a word and it helps them remember the words. Then for 10 minutes, we want groups to create mats for assigned words, and that gives them a chance to do that. And then within independent practice, we want the students to create individual maps, and we're going to work on that for about 10 minutes. We do want them to select words from their reading and create these individual maps. It's going to help them support what they're reading and their understanding. Then to conclude everything, we're going to come back and share and reflect on the words that they chose, where the students are going to present their map and discuss how the process deepened their understanding. And you want to do this for about 5 minutes or so. And then I would also add to this, I would maybe post these up visually where the students can see these and be able to return to them, because they may have been chosen or given a word that they got, but they didn't understand one or some of the others. So that way they can go back and look at those and use those. So the materials that you're going to need for vocabulary mapping are going to be the chart paper graphic organizer templates for creating the maps. We need markers or sticky notes for visual clarity, and then the vocabulary word list and example sentences to provide context. These resources are going to make the process interactive and engaging for the students. So the benefits of these strategies. The Think Aloud is going to promote critical thinking by encouraging students to verbalize their thought process during reading. And vocabulary mapping supports memory and understanding by visually connecting the word and meanings and examples. Both strategies are actively engaging students to help them build their skills that are essential for academic success. So to conclude, these strategies, both the Think Aloud and vocabulary mapping, offer practical and impactful ways to support student learning. As you implement them, remember to adapt them and tailor them to suit diverse student needs and skill levels and their skill levels. Remember that effective implementation is going to foster the engagement and comprehension of the students. And then we have our references.